Hey guys, Galactic Marine 501 slash JacksonWolfXC here. And I know, I'm still not reviewing my future sonic screwdriver. I should do that. And I'm already thinking of ordering the Master's laser screwdriver for the simple reason that this Friday is at our school's superhero day. So, I've decided, since my 10th Doctor costume isn't totally together yet, I don't have the full suit yet. And I don't want to wear a suit to school. I'm gonna go as the Master. I have blonde hair coloring, hair dye that I can just spray in to make my hair look blonde. And then I'll just wear a black sweatshirt and some pants, and I'm good. Because if you remember, in his return in the end of time, the Master had a sweatshirt and pants on, not a suit. So I can just wear that, be comfortable all day, aside from the hair dye being a little bit annoying, and be the Master. I would get the laser screwdriver, but he doesn't really use it in that costume. Okay. But anyway, so not having seen all of David Tennant's years either, I don't know if he actually uses if that Master actually uses the laser screwdriver. Okay, but anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing the Lego Atlantis. Hang on. Where are you, Blackbird? Sorry, the box is across the room and I can't read it from here. Deep Sea Raider. I think it's the Deep Sea Raider. I would get the box, but I have it in my pile of garbage to go out from Easter. I always have, like, when you get stuff for Easter, you always have a pile of crap. So yeah, in order not to keep the box around, I just put it over there when I opened it. But yeah, here it is. Now this side is the accurate side. Well, other than a sticker that I've taken off here. There is supposed to be a Lego mermaid on there. I didn't like that, and I didn't want to take it off because it leaves residue. But I didn't like having the Lego mermaid there because I am going to mod this. And this is actually supposed to be diagonal, but I put it straight just because I liked it better that way anyway. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it now, I'm going to turn it because it doesn't look as good straight. Because I didn't realize it when I put it on, but that the thing isn't dead on. I'm actually modding this ship into a bounty hunter ship for the bounty hunter ships that I've made and I've shown off a few times. I actually upgraded them again, most of them again, since I showed you them last. And so yeah, I'll show you probably another video when I get this one modded. But yeah, so that's about how the sticker should be. Not going to put the mermaid on, as I said. Now, I've already modded this side a little bit. You see, I've taken the flick fire missile and turned it into a cannon. I would have put the flick fire missile on the end, but I've done that so many times that it's become sort of a cliche for my cannons. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to do the same thing. And then I'm going to take this red jewel from the mast, which, by the way, the mast is coming off right now, and put it over here on the cannon again. Pull the mast out, because the mast looks silly. And I'm going to put something in there, probably just a red tile, because I do have a few red tiles lying around. But yeah, the mast looks dumb. I've always hated those masts. Oh, and by the way, right here it has lights that you can flip up and down. It shows them up, it never shows them down, but whatever. So anyway, this hand can open like so. And yeah, it can grip things. I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. The drill can spin. As you can see, there's a piece back here which you can grip and spin. The propellers can obviously spin. It's got two smaller propellers there, which are actually part of its I almost want to say that this is like some sci-fi ship that can get smaller, that can shrink, because it comes with a mini representation of itself. I know it's supposed to be a scout drone. But why would you make it? I, I guess it. I guess I'm just not I guess I'm just not creative or something. But I don't see the purpose in making a scout drone look exactly like your ship. Down to the drill arm. It's got a drill arm and a claw arm. Same as this. I mean, sure, that's functional and stuff, but it's just kind of silly, I think. And yeah, they're on the same side. I assembled them right, presumably. Now, as far as other mods, I may do some modding. Like, I don't like this area here because it's not snot. S-N-O-T. If you don't know what that means, then obviously you're not fans of the Brick Show. But what that means is studs not on top. S-N-O-T. And I think when you put paneling on top of the studs, all of the studs, it gives it a lot more sleek of an appearance. It makes it look less bumpy and less like a Lego set, despite that being what it is. But yeah, aside from that, it's a pretty nice ship. I like the way the cockpit opens. You first have to pull this arm down, and then you can open the cockpit. I do like two-stage cockpits like that. I actually have plans in the works for a cockpit that has a seat harness like this. Yeah. So anyway, also inside you have a crate with some stuff in it. I'm probably going to re-engineer the inside and put a land speeder in there. Or a hover bike or something. I could just shove a hoverboard in the back. And I'm actually thinking maybe some missiles that can double as engines. Actually, speaking of missiles that can double as engines, I'm actually thinking of re-engineering the back further and putting engines on the back, like just affixing two engines there, so I don't have to have the side engines, because I've thought of something altogether more awesome that they can do. These side engines in a tough like in a very tight spot, these can flip up and allow the engines to disengage and fly off as missiles. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that's one of those features where it kind of is like the whole Transformers having modes thing, where you just kind of, hang on, let me see. I have a Transformer here. Let's see, which Bumblebee? Got a good one. Give me a sec. Now, just got a Transformer. Yeah, by the way, this guy will be up soon. I'm going to review him. By the way, if you, just to give you a concise little thing so you could get to your Toys R Us, if you could still get this 3-pack, I have to say it's awesome. Now, the Bumblebee and the Optimus are close enough to their movie colors that you shouldn't mind it. And if you do, you're just frankly kind of a perfectionist. But, I mean, Optimus has a little clear, and Bumblebee has a little, is battle damaged, really. It's really sort of battle damaged Bumblebee. And the weapons aren't perfect, but we've gotten good representations of their weapons in past, and I don't think we need them to always have perfect weapons. I mean, this is Transformers 3. Both Optimus and Bumblebee have been around since the beginning. Transformers 1 Optimus had good representations of his guns, and Transformers 2 had good representations of his swords. And these are the leaders, by the way. So, I think it's good that they sort of took his weapons in a new direction for this, and gave him the Gatling guns that turn into a Cybertron-style plasma cannon. And same with Bumblebee, they gave him this twin cannon. I mean, sure, they did this solely to add in their little mech tech gimmick, but I don't think it really sacrifices that much. A lot of people thought were sort of beating on the mech tech gimmick because they said, "Oh, the accessories are not what they actually have. It's just very criminal that they're so different and stuff." I don't know that people said they were criminal, but whatever. Oh, wait. I forgot to fold his hands in. Whoops. Yep, there. That's better. The only real problem I have with this Bumblebee is that one arm is painted more heavily than the other. But, or weathered, I guess, would be the proper way to say that. But, oh well. You know, it's something that you won't notice if you put the weapon on, or a weapon on. Honestly, I am going to give this guy the first movie canon because I have Cliffjumper displayed using the Cybertron Cliffjumper's blaster, whereas Cliffjumper is using the blades that pop out of his arms, and Bumblebee is using the blaster. I do this just to sort of vary the weapons from Bumblebee to Cliffjumper, just because they are so similar already that I think they need sort of different weapons. But yeah, the reason I got this guy in here is because to demonstrate a point. And TJ Omega points this out quite a lot, so you may have already heard this if you watch his videos. Hang on. I'm going to show you again what I was talking about with this guy. So, now what we were talking about was the engines being able to detach to turn into rockets. Now, they don't have anything that makes it easy to do that. If they had like a launch gimmick in there where you pushed a switch and it pushed the engine out and maybe lifted this up, or maybe if you lifted this up and it pushed it out, that would be cool. That would make that a viable gimmick for me, where that was one of the that was one of the things that the toy could do. However, just lifting this up and pulling them off, while it is still a cool thing that it can do, it's sort of like taking something that you can do to disassemble it, taking a step in the assembly process, saying, "Hey, that looks like it can do something else. Why don't we turn that into a gimmick?" The example that I'm going for is with this Bumblebee. He's got extra cannons in vehicle mode. Or maybe they're the same cannons, they just are stowed inside. If you look, you can see he's got these two cannons molded into the top right here and right here. I don't know how well that's being picked up. But yeah, that's kind of just transforming the car mode a little more. And I don't think they actually showed this in the instructions. Hang on. I have the instructions right here. That's Ironhide. Hang on. It's right on this shelf. Shockwave. Nah. Okay. Oh, here he is. Here there. I'm unfolded because I was... Okay. Yeah, they don't even show that as a gimmick. So that's okay, in my opinion. Oh, and by the way, something else that's sort of cool. He has these race car window things on there. They sort of took the secondhand supplier's job out of there for them. So if you really don't like these, you can cut them off and flip out actual windows. So he actually has that option. So, and this would be able to close if that wasn't there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but if I do, I could show it off, I guess. I may do that to one side because he's not supposed to have that on both. I may do it to both because I kind of don't like the Camaro stock car motif that they went for here. Because I don't remember a Camaro being a stock car. It was a pace car in the Indy 500, I know, but not a stock car. I don't know. There may be a Camaro stock car out there, but... Oh yeah, and another example of basically making a mode out of a partially transformed step is if they were to call this by transforming the chest plate a little bit. As if they were to call this a battle mode just by modifying the front and then pulling up the back, just saying, "Hey, this is a battle mode here." Yeah, now he's battle mode. Yeah, that's definitely not just a partially transformed Bumblebee. That's a totally different mode there. Yeah, we engineered that in. Now, when they add something in like these cannons because they notice, hey, when you pull this up, it looks like there could be weapons popping out of there. And they do sort of pop up different panels in the movie. In the movies, they sort of pop up a panel and then a weapon pops out. Actually, hang on. Leader Ironhide, for example, who is in robot mode. I'm not actually going to transform him on camera, but I'll just explain to you what his gimmick, part of his gimmick. Whoops, that didn't dump. Yay. One of his gimmicks is, if you look, I will transform this little part of it just to show you guys. You can see that this panel on the back of his arm, I showed this off in my Easter video. This panel is the side of the truck back here. And this is the top of the truck. Now, the windows rest right here. Now, if you watch, his cannons can pop up from that panel. That works in vehicle mode, too. That's kind of what they do in the movie. They pop up, panels pop up, and then their weapons are accessible in vehicle mode. That is engineered into there in that way so that it can do what it does in the movie. That's a good gimmick. That's something that I'd like to see advertised. I like to know when my Transformer can do something extra that is special. I don't like to know when my Transformer can do something that was already a transformation step, but they just said, hey, this looks like something else, let's give it a name. That just seems kind of cheap to me. Where they try to make their thing sound like it can do more, when actually it's just either taking something apart. I'm glad, I like that this can do this, and I'm actually glad that they didn't say that it could, that they just let it sort of speak for itself. So yeah, this was a long explanation that really didn't need to be in here, but hey. Yeah. So, I'm actually planning on filming a few more reviews tonight, just to get some out there for the week. But yeah, see you guys. This has been Galactic Marine 501 / Jackson Wolfexia.